Here we go.
So, last we left off, we were able to make our way back to the material plane after a long trek around the Feywild, bringing back Hector in the process. Hector, wanting to make a name for himself away from his father, decides to head west with Nerl in order to find himself, and Nerl wants to keep a log of his adventures without being part of the Orc tribe. Fate brought them together, just like this group. Broca's Meat Curtains now heads towards Eden, the hometown of Azazel, for a number of reasons. Number one, there's supposedly an Ioun stone somewhere near there. Number two, one of Roy's arch enemies, Dread, has become the judge of the town. And three, the orphanage that Azazel grew up in is in need of help. Apparently, the new guards of the town are mechanical constructs that are running rampant. With all of this knowledge, there's still something looming on the horizon. Nor's words to Henrik that he's of demon blood and that, in quotations, it worked. Not knowing precisely what that means, the group marches north, more into the forest to make their way to Eden. And that is where we left off. So at this point, Hector and Nerl have left. They have made their way west toward Bravenport, just to kind of figure out where they're going to be going. What about you guys? It has been quite some time since you've had a chance to sort of relax and kind of talk amongst yourselves without the need of expeditious movements. Just marching on. Go ahead.
I do have a question. So, could I write up like a quick little... So, are Hector and Neural, are they going to pass by Corvanus at all? I'd like to write just like a little note.
He said that he wasn't planning on it.
Okay, darn. Alright, well, I'll mail a letter to my dad and let him know what's going on.
Okay.
We don't need to trek all the way back to Corvanus. That's some gnome stuff.
Do we know, like, approximately how long it's been since we left the Roca Academy?
Since you left Roca Academy.
Yeah.
Make a survival check for me.
Been like 5 years.
Yeah, like...
Meanwhile, it's been like a month. 14.
14.
Okay. So, when you first made it to the Roca Academy, it was springtime. And while you're walking through the forest and you're kind of getting a glimpse and look at the trees, there's not any like deep reds or yellows in the trees, and there's still a little bit of heat in the air. So you're figuring that it's sometime during summer. You just don't know whether it's closer to spring or fall.
Okay.
But you did start the Roca Academy in the spring.
Okay. I'd love to work on that calendar that we had cooking a while back.
Yeah.
That was legit. That fell off. Got busy.
So is there anything that anybody else wants to know of? Ask anybody questions before you guys start heading up north?
What's going on with this pyramid that we have?
Oh, yeah. I was curious about that as well.
Have you been identifying that, Dewey? And if so, like, were we leaving that at a point where we, like, didn't know what was going on, or?
From what I can tell, it is, we've been working on it for a while. It was the initial portal for you guys. It had a gate spell in it. So if we were going to Thelagos, we might be able to reverse engineer the magics and switch it that way. But if you remember, there's a name we shouldn't say around it. And
Yes.
we can check on that. But I know we got people waiting for us in Eden. least of all, a couple of colleagues of mine, maybe. I'll be interested to see.
Okay. I had a question for Henrik, too, before we sally forth. Henrik, is there anyone that you know from the Church of Ethos in Eden? Have they spread there?
They, yes, have a dramatic foothold in there.
Okay. It's not their headquarters, though, right? Their headquarters is in the south? Well, no, it's in Dayan. Northwest.
No,
Where's their
it was-
HQ?
It was Eden, actually.
So,
It is, right?
hold on.
Yeah.
Map time.
Yeah.
We also have the
Dane
map.
was where the, our escape after killing the
Yeah.
graph was.
Yes. And what in Ave? What's kicking around in there? Is that you've been there before, right?
I'm from there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just trying to get my bearings as we're like looking at the map. It's been a minute.
So,
Yeet.
Yeep. Yeet. She threw something. So Dayan is considered to be like the birthplace of all religion in this area. That's where
Okay.
a lot of them have expanded and moved on into different areas such as Eden, Dram, and so forth. Ethos is the only one that they have like their main headquarters in Dayan, but it didn't start with the other religions. It came by much later in this timeline, and they kind of sprout up when they need to in different areas. So there's a headquarters in Dayan, there's a sub organization in Eden, there's a big organization down in Ave. They're pretty much all over the place and kind of expanding quickly.
Yeah, I mean, heck, we saw them in oh boy, not Hangman's Page, but the Isle where is it?
Yeah, Serendipity. Roy, do you remember
Serendipity.
Orlando
Orlando, yeah.
when we were asking him questions? I know
That son of a-
you didn't feel too
Yeah, that
comfortable.
guy was a bastard.
And like him.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad he's dead, but the last gift he gave us was the knowledge that Graph is in Ave.
That's right, yes. So we're gonna be a little ways away from there. But I think that's okay. Okay. I mean, Henrik,
It's probably that's fine. It's probably still a little hot for me down there, anyways. So.
yeah, true, yeah. So Eden isn't quite the hot spot for Ethos. Maybe we could fly a little under the radar.
They're everywhere, but hopefully we can
Not
make it
as
through.
prevalent.
Yeah.
Well, this is Azazel's hometown, so maybe, Azazel will defer to you at the goings-ons. You could tell us all the taverns that we need to go to.
Yeah. I mean, I was a bit of a street urchin back in my day, so I might know some of the vias and byways, but things may have changed since the last time. I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and if I know Dread, and I do know Dread, he is definitely imposed some strict rules. A bit of a stickler.
Do you
Didn't,
guys
didn't
think,
like him.
you guys think there's going to be a little bit of corruption? I know there's a town guard. Each town's got a town guard for the church in Ave. When we get to Eden, I'm not sure who's who in terms of that, but do we got a plan for maybe?
I mean, Azazel could probably sneak us in
Yep.
under the guise of a guard, right?
Yeah, would I know about like how shady, corrupt, or like easy it would be to get into Eden? Anything about like the town guards? I mean, I imagine I know a little bit having been locked up.
Mm-hmm. make a history check for me. Sorry, hold on.
Sure.
Yeah, make a history check for me, and then Roy, if you can make a history check for me as well.
Sure.
All right.
I'm gonna look at my sheet while I do that. History.
If he wanted us to get it, he would have asked.
I should have just started making it up.
Yeah.
Natty daddy, baby, what's up?
So
Know everything about this town.
no, you recall the conversation that you had. I believe it was with Magdalena, saying that all of the guards have been pretty much defunct in Eden for these mechanical constructs. Those are the ones that are roaming the streets now. So Azazel really wouldn't have a leg to stand on even if he did know any of the guards, because they're not working. Hence
Okay.
why the person that Dewey is looking for was an ex-guard.
No.
I mean, yeah, as far as I know, the town guards would have been pushovers for me, but but
With things the way they are. Alright, I mean, no time like the present, let's march. If everybody's cool.
Anybody need to send any messages? I'm only gonna ask once.
I mean, it would be cool to send something to my dad and say that his son is fine and he's adventuring like me. I don't know if I'm blowing up his spot, but I'd say Hector is fine. Hector is safe. I am safe too.
maybe we should send a message to Magdalena.
That seems more important. I could write a letter to my dad.
I mean, it's
Maybe-
no problem.
I'm trying to. I feel like I don't know what.
What your dad?
You've met both of them.
Yeah, you met Magdalena too.
Well, they're both.
Isn't Magdalena at the Roca Academy right now?
Yeah, it's a Roca Academy. I don't know what we would actually even say to her or ask her that we didn't already.
Just
at Roca.
Just let Elliewood know that the last like 6 sessions have been really cool. we helped a friend with a Werak. It's been very fun.
Heinrich, why haven't you introduced me to your parents?
Next topic, please.
Ugh.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't know why that broke me so hard.
Maybe we should get going.
I don't know why that broke me so hard. That was funny.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can start to walk towards Eden, and I'll send the messages along the way. Do we have to get to Birkenfeld first? Like, or we just probably follow the river?
Would Mr. DM allow for the casting of Find Familiar along the journey?
Let me look real quick. That's one of the ones that you took with your Magic Initiate, correct?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Magic Initiate. I have to come up with something that's not Booming Blade for you too, but I did not do that.
For me?
Not for Mr. Greg.
Oh,
Okay.
I did have a question for the group. Did somebody had a very cool dagger?
I have a dagger.
The Nightingale.
May I procure said dagger if you are not planning on using it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I'm using. It's here. Dewey reaches into his inventory and moves the nightingale.
Oh, we had that trident
Yeah.
too. Do we still have Leandros' trident?
Yes, you did.
Orion Giant, yeah. The Orion.
Also, Dean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to
No.
your stuff. I don't think there's really anything that's.
It's all components. put us in the shield.
Very good.
I will remove the Nightingale +1 from my inventory.
Yep, I already gave it to Nick.
Yep, I meant my character sheet. There is one person I want to send a message to.
Okay, well, hold on real quick.
Okay.
Matt, you're gonna need to procure a brass brazier. Just basically anything that's made of brass, and I'll let you do it.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my internet died, so I'm just restarting my router.
I was gonna say it took a hit. You
Oh,
you were
maybe-
fro there for a moment.
Yeah.
While you were gone for 3 seconds, a boulder fell on you,
Yeah, everyone died.
Oh,
and it was all your fault.
And then you wake up. It was all a dream.
And we're level 3 again.
Oh no.
Cool, yeah. I'm ready to saddle up.
Dean, what was your question?
Or call him, say, Corlin, this is Dewey from the band with Roy and Azazel and Heinrich and them. Is the cloak with the fire seal done yet?
Oh, hello.
Hello. There we go.
We are probably about 2 days away from creating that cloak. If you can tell me where you're headed, I could probably get it shipped out to you.
I confer to the group. Do we want to take that risk? Do we want to let Corlin know where we are? That's a safe thing, right?
Do you want
Portland's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
safe, yeah.
You're okay with it being
Check.
carried or transported to us?
Not my cloak.
I mean, Corlin's all business.
Yeah. All 3 of them.
Yeah. Business, business, business.
Now, I'm not too sure about
3 Bs.
medieval mail delivery, but isn't it likely that couriers get jumped, especially if they're carrying valuable magic items?
Isn't it like a magic bird that he's sending to us?
Has he sent you anything before?
No, but I thought he mentioned something like that. I'd like to imagine that it's a magic bird too, so I might just be making that up. I might be thinking of Felix also.
Yeah, the owl was Felix. However, Corlin is one of 3 very powerful magic wielders, and he's good with his magic. So he did need guidance to get to Dayan at one point. One of them did. But you don't think that it should be too much of a problem for him.
So we'll message you back. All right, Corlin, that'll be great. We're headed to Eden. So if you can send a courier to the worst tavern in town, that's where we'll be.
All right, then, no problem. The payment has been received, and I will get the courier down there as soon as it is ready. Thank you for your patronage.
All right.
The worst tavern in town. Got it. Okay.
Feel most at home.
The slop jalop inn.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, good.
All right. So you guys start your merry trek up north, heading to Eden.
La, la,
And-
la, la, la.
I'm gonna change the music super quick. And you travel for about a day and a half.
And we
in
only
that
make it this
time-
far.
Yeah, you're only gonna make it up to that corner right there. here's why.
Uh-oh.
Probably about a day and a half goes by. It's probably about 2 hours before sunset. And you guys are in a thick part of the woods. Sunlight is kind of almost mostly obscured at this point. Nothing's really caught your eye ever since you came back into the material plane. Where you left, you saw some owls that were brightly colored, foxes that were completely black with these big yellow eyes, and you're assuming that's because you're so close to the Feywild. And as you get farther away, the forest kind of turns back into its normal self. You hear normal birds, the cries of different animals as you go by. Nothing really approaches you. One thing sticks out very suddenly in this normal-looking forest. And the best way to describe this person is what they're wearing. And you notice a short humanoid figure kind of just pacing back and forth around a couple of trees, just kind of mumbling to himself. And what he's wearing is very distinctive. These big... Hold on. These big red and green shoes, way too big for somebody of his stature. His pants, very flowy, different bright colored, red, yellows, purples, greens. He's got this vest that matches the pants, and he's got almost like a red nose as he's kind of just walking around. Dewey, based on your history, you would kind of picture him as like a court jester or something like that. But everybody in the real world, it's a clown. He's just a clown pacing back and forth in this forest.
Yes.
And he's just sort of mumbling to himself, and every couple of words you get, you can't do this. I worked so hard. As you guys are getting closer and closer.
Hey guys, should we talk to this guy? He seems like he's a little I don't know, out of sorts.
Nothing's ever gone wrong talking to strangers in the middle of the woods right before sundown.
It's true.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know. Can I do like a perimeter and see if there's some kind of weird ambush going on?
Sure, make a perception check.
Some like weird clown mob situation. Perception check.
Oh,
You're mobbed by clowns. I don't know. And if there's dim light, I'd like to do that shadowy, cloaky thing I could do. Perception. Let's see what we're cooking with.
Wait. Oh.
A natural 20 again.
Oh,
I'm
never
unstoppable. I can see through the clown.
Looking around, there's nothing else that catches your eye except for a very well-worn path down through this forest. It looks like a lot of people have come through here, not recently, but just throughout the years, it's definitely been worn out more. So it feels like you're getting closer to, like, not civilization, but
path.
just people. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk to the clown.
Oh, would you like to do the honors?
I will use my amulet of telepathy and tell Azazel that we should talk to the clown. That you could talk to him.
Okay, this sounds like a job for
Mr.
for
Charisma.
me. I'm going to give all of us bardic inspiration before we go into this because I can't. Can I do that?
Let me check real quick.
You gotta play a killer drum solo first.
Is he gonna hear me like?
Well, we can
I
hear
don't
him.
know how.
Or liar.
Yeah, I don't know how bardic inspiration like works. Like what I have to do in order to activate
You must
that.
play a 30-minute set.
It just
No.
says inspire another creature on.
Right. It doesn't have to be like music or anything like that. You can be like, "Hey, good on you," and that works.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
All right, guys.
So
Can we do a huddle really quick before? Does
A
this
huddle.
count as my inspiring?
yeah.
All right, guys. Listen. I know that every single one of us has our our strong points. I mean, Dewey, you've got. I mean, look at what you did with Nort. You were able to crack that guy like a walnut before we even had it. Like he had a chance to respond. Roy, you are the best investigator I've ever met in my entire life. Henrik, if anything goes sour, I know that you can just keep stabbing this guy in the back of his legs and he'll just, he'll fold. And
Yeah, real good then.
yeah, and I'm, the natural leader of the group, so let's do this.
So I
yeah.
will say, you do not get bardic inspiration. You
Okay.
can't give it. You can't give it to yourself. But the other three were very well done. So yes,
Okay. Cool.
they get bardic inspiration.
I'm so inspired.
We're all the
Um,
leaders.
Does he
So-
look? Does he look to be like human or dwarf or?
He looks like a smaller stature than a human. He's like in between a gnome and a human.
Okay.
He's a gnomon.
So everybody has a D6 inspiration that they can use within the next 10 minutes. And who walks up first? You see he's kind of like mumbling to himself. He's kind of stopped next to a tree and just kind of sits down. And he's not like visibly shaking, but he's just like kind of rocking back and forth, just kind of pondering.
I shall walk up to him and say, "Hello, sir. Clown? Is it?"
Oh, this. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing. I didn't see you here. I didn't think that anybody else would be in this part of the woods. First of all, hi. My name is Iman. I'm insane. The birthday wizard. And
I'm insane. The birthday wizard, you say?
oh yes, I'm very well practiced in the form of magic tricks for birthday parties and graduations and engagements and weddings and stuff like that. As he does that, he kind of like poofs out some like sparklers that are coming out of his sleeve.
He's the one that the celebrities call for their kids' birthday parties.
Birthday parties. Who's your favorite uncle?
Uncle Magic.
I'm insane.
It's like the kid. Uncle Magic. Got like he's missing all of his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's incredible. My friends and I are just making our way through the forest, but we did happen to notice you seem to be a little strung up about something. What's going on?
There's more of you. That's great. All right, let me just fix my eye makeup here. Jeez, I am so sorry. Anyway, hi guys. My name's Iman. I'm not gonna go through my whole spiel again, but it's
Hi, Iman.
We heard you.
So, are you guys like adventurers or mercenaries? What are you?
That's a great question.
Is it like philosophical or oh that's it? That's your answer. Okay.
We're
Yeah,
somewhere in between those.
I'm not sure I can give you an answer, to be honest. We do most of those things.
As you say that, he kind of like thinks for a second and he goes, "Can I hire you?"
Well, I mean, we would need to know the terms of the contract that we're signing, but what do you have in mind?
Sure. So this is sort of hard to explain, but I'm a well-renowned magician in these parts. A lot of nobles who live in this area kind of come to me for either birthday parties or anything like that. And I have one client. He's the Earl of these lands, Earl Schemer Wetterbed.
Right.
Of
Right.
course, yes, the Earl. And
The Earl.
he has a son named Pompous. It is
Pompous Wetterbed.
Pompous Wetterbed, yes.
Okay.
Wetterbed
Hey,
or
Kevin,
waterbed?
Wetterbed.
Okay.
It is his son's 18th birthday party today. And I was called in to make sure that he's in the best light. Make some magic tricks, make him look good with all of the noble young women that are going to be there, if you know what I'm saying. And
Sure.
we agreed on a price. I got all of my decorations set up. I've got all of my magic items set up. And his deadbeat father has refused to pay me. So, while I cannot pay you per se in money, I can give you a magical item that I don't necessarily need at this point, if you agree. We can get into the specifics of that later, but what I need you to do is ruin this kid's birthday party.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to confer with my compatriots. At this point in time, I don't see anything wrong with the arrangement. However, if I may, before I even bring it back to the guys, do you think I could ask you to throw in maybe a few birthday parties for us if we happen to pull this off?
If I will give you my card, sure.
Wonderful. This is gonna, believe me, when I bring this back to the guys, this is gonna smooth the whole thing over.
Just one thing, quick, and he like ushers you closer real quick, and he's like, if you guys do decide to take this, it can't come back to any of us. The more subtle, the better. Okay?
And then I just kind of I wave the boys over, and I'm like, don't worry, he's not gonna hurt us. There's no terrible, awful trickery, at least not for us. And as the guys come over, I'm like, all right, our friend here, I'm insane, just told me that he needs us for a job. He's not going to pay us in money, but all we're going to have to do is ruin a birthday party, and we might get a magical item out of it, and perhaps some free birthday parties.
Well, I've been a little on the edge lately. It'd be nice to blow off some steam, but we do have a duty, Azazel, to what we're doing. It'd have to be an exceptionally useful magic item for us. Have to contribute to our mission for us to deviate.
That is a good point. We are on a very important mission, yes.
Maybe if it were along the way.
Yes, where is this birthday party, by the way?
It's just up north and then off the beaten path, maybe about a mile or two.
We're ruining a kid's birthday party.
Well, he's an 18-year-old man at this point.
Oh, he's older than me. I'm a kid.
And when you say that this doesn't have to come back to us, right? You're not saying that we can... Oh, well, let me just throw it out there. If everyone at this party happened to just die, that would be a problem too,
It
right?
would be pretty bad, yeah.
If they were to just die?
Yeah, I'm just saying hypothetically.
Oh.
You know, because then it can't come back to us. But then, you know, there might be some other unintended consequences of that.
So, I'm sorry, if everybody could come over here real quick. I think I'm seeing something. I think I'm seeing something grand, something majestic, something wonderful, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. And he's kind of like eyeing up and down Dewey to start, and he's just like, "Are you a religious man?"
Dewey looks at the giant religious crest on the shield. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Maybe say something like words of wisdom for an 18-year-old stepping out into the world and not into his parents. This could work. He kind of looks over at Roy and he's like, ooh, very guard-like in structure. Yeah, stoic. Fantastic. Okay. He looks over at Henrik and he's like, ooh, sneaky. Actually, this might be able to work out to our advantage. Excellent. He looks over at his Zazzle. He's like, you're a tricky one.
Yes, I am.
Waiter? Maybe?
I mean, I
Okay.
could be a waiter. I could be a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I could be,
I'm sorry?
What?
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 Anyway.
Which part?
Anyway,
I think what he meant to
I
say
got
was Mater D. Mater D Rex.
he takes off a little pouch that he's got and he places it on the ground. And he's like, let's see what we got here. Let's see. And he pulls out 3 different things. And he goes, all right, let's see if we could use these to our advantage. Now, I can easily get you in. All I have to say is that that you're workers of mine, and we can just go about our business. I do know that the Earl has a lot of money stored somewhere. So if you can get to that money and somehow procure it, and it doesn't come back to us, then maybe we can split some of that earnings. I'll even give you your fair share. That way you don't have to worry. Because I'm not getting paid for this either way.
How on the level is this clown here? This is starting to sound like a daylight robbery now.
Make an insight check.
Yes. I feel like this guy's trying to sell me some death sticks here. Insight. Oh, I typed in raid. I'm doing Twitch too much. Raid. Let's raid 1d20 and see what they're up to. 20.
20.
There you go, man.
Is this guy hiding some stuff?
As he's pulling out stuff out of his little pouch, he hands you all a card that says, I'm insane, professional magician for birthday parties, weddings, stuff like that. And like, all of the stuff that he's pulled out doesn't seem like it's anything like big. And I'll show you why. First thing that he pulls out is this little pouch. And it looks like that it could fit snugly onto your belt. And if I hit show to players, does it... Oh, wait.
Yes.
Yep. Show to everybody.
There it is.
A spice
Popped up.
pouch.
Yep.
Keyword.
Ooh, cilantro.
I love this.
So I could
Okay.
season Dewey's tofu.
Yes, so now you can season stuff.
I love how it has the very last part, like the logistics of how it regains the spice.
The second thing looks very similar to one of the things that you guys have already, but it's shaped differently, and it is a wand of scowls.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, that's
He
so
transforms
good,
into a
dude.
wand of smiles.
And then the last thing
Okay.
is a cloak, and I'm going to show that to everyone.
Oh, this is cool. I love this.
This is terrific.
You guys have instantly gone from I don't trust this magician to this is amazing.
He's got some great parlor tricks
These are
here.
the spiciest items, literally.
Alright, I'm starting to believe that this guy might have gotten snubbed from this Earl.
Hey,
How the heck are we gonna get in here though? Is this guy, you said he wasn't paying you. So what are we gonna do? Show up like, as a free gratuity thing for this dude?
I can get you on the list. That is not a problem with me. All I'm saying is, look, I'm a working man. You guys look like you're working young straps over here. Look, we gotta knock down the big man every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? All I want is my fair share. I made a contract saying that I wanted to get paid this amount. He said sure, he signed it, and then he's not paying me. So, I feel like I'm giving him his comeuppance, right?
When you put it that way, I don't know.
Can you blame a guy? Can you blame a guy? I'm not really. Listen, I don't want to steal from him. I don't want to ruin his kid's birthday party. I have a reputation to uphold. That's why I don't want my name getting out there saying that we did all of this stuff. So the more discreet, the better.
Do me a favor. Can you just show us your best trick before we agree to this?
Ooh, that's a
An
good
excellent
one.
question.
Sure. So the first thing he does is he rolls up his sleeves, and he goes, "I want you to watch very carefully into my eyes." And he kind of like opens them wide a little bit, and as everyone is staring into his eyes, you get that sort of tunnel vision when you've been staring for a while, and he hasn't moved yet, and you get that tunnel vision, and all of a sudden, Henrik, you feel a tap on your back shoulder, and he goes, "What you looking at?" And you turn, and he's standing behind you, and you look back, and smoke starts billowing from where he once was. And he
How did
goes,
you do that?
"Oh, everybody can be staring at something. Doesn't mean it's something that I want them to stare at."
All right.
Give him a little golf clap applause there.
Thank you. I am available, obviously, for payment. See?
Now, all right, Iman. So, what I'm hearing is you want us to go to a place with royalty that we've never met, ruin their day, steal their coin, put ourselves at risk. You know, no sane man would do that, right?
Is that supposed to be a joke, sir? Is that supposed to be a joke about my name?
But I will do it if you tell me how to do that trick. Or tell
You'd
me
have to
how to
read
do
a lot.
that trick.
You'd have to read a lot of books. I would say start off easy, and he kind of reaches behind your ear and pulls out a copper piece, and he's just like, something easy like this.
No. I know how you did that. That's a little sleight of hand. I don't know how you did what you just did.
Was it?
Yeah.
He shows your the empty hands. He rolls up the sleeves,
Don't distract me.
pulls out
wanna-
another copper piece. He's like, "I have 2 copper pieces now. Watch." And he puts them together, and now it's 3 copper pieces.
Enough with the charade. You tell me how you did that trick, and you give me the knowledge that I want, and I will do this for you.
I mean, I'm a wizard. You went out.
Really now.
Yeah. I've memorized some of my spell books, so I don't have to constantly be looking at it, and it's just what I've been able to do. I don't have any gigantic spells like Murder Ray or something like that. Like I'm a kid's birthday party fucking wizard. I'm a magician. Like, what?
I lean over to Henrik and I'm like, that's what someone who has the spell Murder Ray would say.
I should learn Murder Ray.
Yeah, right? It sounds super
So-
useful.
Well, I'm all for blowing off some steam. Let's go ruin a couple people's days.
He kind of pulls out a book and he goes over to a specific page and he's like, so I can jot down your names on the worker list?
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
No, we should not be jotting down our names.
Yeah, you said you
Well-
didn't want it to go back to you. We don't want it to go back to us.
It's a good point.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell him a different name.
Sure. Just give me fake names that you guys can remember.
Well, I'm gonna give you my real name, which is Tim Widget. I'm not afraid.
What?
Widget. Got it?
Tim Widget. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm Jacques Noir.
Hold on. Okay.
Dwayne Johnson, nice to meet you.
Wayne. Which is also very good.
Wayne Johnson?
No, it's Dwayne.
Dwayne? Okay. And you, sir?
Roger. You can call me Raj.
Got it.
You know, Roy Roger.
Oh, nice.
Roger.
He goes, okay, so I'm just gonna. He kind of rips the paper and he sends it off. And he goes, now that will make it to the house before we do. You guys are now in. If you want to change up your appearances to make it look more worker related, that'd be great. But yeah, anything that you guys can think of to kind of ruin this would be great. We can get there probably about an hour before the whole party starts. And that way we can kind of set up and see what's going on. How's that sound?
Oh, quick question
Sure.
before we depart. You wouldn't happen to have any bits of brass in your pouch there, would you?
Ooh, let's see. And he kind of goes into his pouch and he's like, I got a little small one right here, actually. Do you need it for something?
Yeah, actually, with that, I could make a little disturbance.
I like the sound of that. Yeah, feel free to use it.
Oh, thank you.
Do that. Alright. So you take the 10 minutes to cast Find Familiar. What is your familiar?
It's an owl.
Okay.
Good choice.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, you can name your familiar and you can give it any sort of appearance that you so desire.
Oh my goodness, I haven't Googled owl images. Oh my god. We're gonna name... No, we're not. I was gonna name it after my dead dog, but then I figured Greg might kill it, so we don't want to go through that again.
You could always Jesus. You could always bring it back.
The owl's name is Ralph.
Ralph the Owl. Ralphie. I should have been Ralph instead of Roger.
That's my Wi-Fi password.
I realized I didn't put anything in my ring of storing. It's okay.
That's true.
How long is a short rest? An hour?
1 hour.
Oh well, I'll just do it next time
But-
when I remember.
We could say that it happened the day before. If you want to
Okay.
do that.
I'll
You guys were putting a revivify in it.
Oh, was that what we were gonna do?
You guys talked about it last time, that it was going to be revivified.
Yeah, I don't remember. We'll figure that out. If not, I'll just put like Banishing Smite in it or something. Or Cone of Cold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was the thing that we were gonna put our spells into?
Yeah. Was there a heater that we were putting in there?
Roy, I been meaning to talk to you about that ring. What do you think of putting a revivify spell in there?
That'd be cool. Would I don't know, would I use it that readily?
I mean, it might be nice to have.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, let's do it. What level is that?
That's level 3.
Oh, that's a 3. Okay, then I could put other stuff in too.
This is gonna be your ring, Roy?
My ring. Yes. So I could do up to 5 levels worth. So I got 2 left over.
I could give you a level 1 healing word if you want a healing spell.
Sure. I'll take a healing word. And I'll pop Armor of Agathis in there too.
Or I
Just
could
level
give you
1?
Yeah.
a level 2 invisibility.
No, I'll take the healing word.
Okay.
So I've got a healing word. I've got an Armor of Agathis.
Make sure to put the levels in there.
Yeah, so that'd be level 1 for those. And then, oh, but no, it's level 1. Maybe I'll
We
just...
could just load you up on healing words, and you could have multiple in there, if you don't want to go with the revivify.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true, because you wouldn't need Revivify, right? What does Revivify do?
When you die, you have a minute to bring someone back.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably rather just heal them.
Yeah. Well, if you can bring him back with a heal, it'd be optimal. But if the only situation where we would want revivify is if I'm dead for more than a minute. Because if you can bring me back, then I can bring other people back. But
Okay.
I doubt there will be a situation where I'm dead for a minute. And you
I feel like I'm doing like a fast food order. Like, give me 2 healing words and a number 5.
Yeah,
An
and
extra
healing
sip.
word-
A number 6 with extra dip.
But healing word can't bring you back from the dead.
It can bring you back from 0, though.
It can bring you back from 0.
Yeah, but if you're dead, it doesn't work, yes.
Alright, I'll take a Revivify, a healing word, and then I'll give myself a Hex.
Okay. Well, did you here are a couple of other level 1 spells. Well, let's just have a little talk about magic since you.
Okay.
Oh, you know, I got bless spells. I got guiding bolts. You know,
No bolts.
detect magic, inflict wounds, shield of faith. You know, nothing really better than a hex, maybe. Have a bane.
I don't know, Henrik, you got any cool things you could throw at me? Level
I mean-
winners. Or as?
I mean, I've got Disguise Self, Hellish Rebuke, Burning Hands, Armor of Agathis, Charm Person, Dissonant Whispers, and Distort
just-
Value.
It's just as far as causing chaos, we got darkness and some minor illusion. This owl can just run rampant through the entire complex.
Darkness might be pretty
As you say
legit.
that, the owl kind of sits on your shoulder. How big is it, by the way?
Oh, dude, it's like maybe a foot tall. It's a
Okay.
little dude.
So it's a very, very little owl that just sits there and in a very deep voice just goes, "Who?"
Let me hang on to the Hex for now. This will be fine.
Amen, did you use the wand of scowl on Rick's owl?
No, I swear. Who?
Oh my god. Shut up.
So I've got these things.
This place is hell.
I'm just trying to bring across Ralph's essence. Who?
Ooh.
I am removing one diamond from my character sheet because I imagine I will need to consume that.
Yes, anything that needs to be consumed for the spell needs to be consumed. Needs to be consumed.
Oh, was that
See
just a
that-
waste that I have that now?
No. Just assuming you don't use it on like a twirl.
Okay. Like, ooh, that's important. All right.
You see the diamond dissipate into the ring and it like dissolves.
And I'll reach into the component pouch and pop one of those eyes of Newt and shoot it into the ring.
Iron.
What is the word that I will heal with, Azazel? Come up with a good healing word for me.
Oh wow.
Like, you
I
know,
haven't
like
even-
razzmatazz or like zippy doo.
It's gotta be something iconic. It's gotta be something.
You think about it.
Yeah, I'll
Magenta.
Magenta. It'd be like, bless you every day.
Bless you every. Oh, that's a good. I should use that. I'm gonna use that. Bless you every day. That's my healing words.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
Nobody listens nowadays.
Nobody listens nowadays.
I might use that too. We'll see how we feel.
Very powerful words.
My daughter. Oh.
Oh, my daughter.
Quick question for you.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Slick and I are reliving like years of work-related inside jokes here. All right, I'm ready. Let's ruin this kid's time.
I would just like to use a disguise kit before we head over that way.
Sure. And for purposes of this, I'm not going to make you roll for your disguise kit. So you can become literally anything that the disguise kit can become.
Oh wow.
Anybody
Uh,
got a great cloak?
You could imagine a less important looking clown. We're gonna go with that.
Less important looking clown.
Junior
Like-
clown.
Like if a clown was top tier, I would be like a low level juggler.
I'm literally just picturing
Juggles.
Doink and Dink.
Oh my gosh, yes, Doink and Dink.
Not a midget.
I know, but I mean,
Just like,
my-
you know, slightly worse outfit, worse makeup.
Okay, so it's like protege.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dank.
Dang.
Doink, Dink, and
Dink,
Dink, and
Dink.
Dink.
You know.
Dank the clown. I don't need that cloak. I don't know. I'm a big red dragon. I'm probably on theme.
I could use a cloak to cover up the armor.
Yeah, you guys can.
Yeah, I mean, I can disguise myself for days. So.
And I'm just Roy. I mean Raj.
All right, gentlemen. I will lead you to the house. It's not that far, and we have probably about an hour and a half before the festivities begin. Most of the noble ladies will be around, and maybe we can kind of get something going before, get a plan going before any of this happens. So let's go. And he walks you over. He walks you over for probably about 20 minutes or so before you make it to this clearing in the forest where all of these nice houses are, actually. It feels out of place to be in the forest, but it seems like you're getting closer to the forest's edge. So there's more people that are living in here, and this isn't necessarily orc territory, so these are probably people from Birkenfeld that have kind of pushed out of their boundaries and kind of moved in here, and a lot of big, rich houses.
Damn it,
And
guys, we're in the front.
You're pretty much in the Hamptons. And you make it to the front of the Earl's house. And Iman kind of looks over and he goes, so you guys are obviously part of my, not entourage, but you work with me. And let's see what kind of mischief we can get into, eh? You all have those pieces of that wand, that cloak, that spice pouch. See, talk to people. See how we can use that to our advantage. And if anyone's thinking of stealing from him, I know that the bedrooms are upstairs. So, let's go. And he starts walking and he knocks on the door. And a tall gentleman with a nice looking goatee and long, thick black hair opens the door and he goes, "You're late." And he goes, so sorry, sir. I got lost around the way, but it's okay. I have people here to help me set up, and if they ever need anything, they can just go into the kitchen, or... And he's like, "The help doesn't eat." And he goes, right. So I guess next time we could just bring our own food? And Schemer's just like, mm-hmm. And he goes, sure. Sir, if we could, we would just like to set up. And he steps out of the way without saying a word. And he's like, all right, sweet, we're in. For all that.
Good day.
Good.
Ralph, say hello.
Who?
Thank you.
Are there like maids and butlers around the place and stuff?
There's like one butler that's kind of walking around, and he looks rampant. He is just running all over the place trying to get things ready. And sitting on the couch over there, you notice a younger gentleman with the same long hair, and he's kind of just sitting around waiting. Looks like he's reading something. And you guys are in. So you can kind of set up anything that needs to be set up, and then I figure this. We'll have like 15 minutes for you guys to kind of scope around and see what's going on, and then we'll call it there. And then next week, we'll actually brew in this kid's birthday.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a
Good.
plan.
I'm all about that.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we all have our little shticks of what we're gonna do. Well, so I have one. I have a good one for me. Should I let you know, or should I just do it? Do you guys trust me?
I think it well, do you think it would be better for us to be in the know, or do you just want to?
Well, we're gonna need. We'll probably leave it as people. We're probably gonna need some people down here on the floor level, right? Talking to guests, interacting with people, because it's probably going to be more than just this kid, right? He looks at Iman. It's more than just this kid, right?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be mostly women around here. A lot of the nobles are sending their daughters here because the Earl has a lot of money. So they want their daughters to be married to his family. That way they're well off. So it's gonna be a lot of nobles' daughters.
A lot of suitors. So I think who would want to be on the ground level more so, like drawing attention, doing our job. Because I will be one of those people. I know we're going to need some other people to scope out the place.
I don't know.
What do you want to
Too
do?
many decisions. I feel like I could try to be sneaky, but I'm not very discreet.
Well, you know what? I could probably set up a distraction by playing my lyre for everybody.
That's what
Could
I
work.
need, Hazel. We're here for entertainment. We need some people to be entertaining. I'm entertaining. You're entertaining. He looks at Heinrich. Heinrich is not so entertaining. He would probably be more useful
Sneaky.
in other places, right?
As
I
he's,
mean,
as he's dressed up as a clown, you're saying that he's not entertaining.
I mean, it's talents. Okay, hold on. Maybe we're thinking about this wrong. Maybe we're thinking about it in terms of shifts. Like we have the first shift and the second shift and all of
I
that.
just start juggling. Look what I got.
Stop.
roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh God, I've never wanted a roll to go so poorly.
Roll for juggling.
Roll for juggling.
You know, you started out with
That's
4.
so perfect.
You started out with 4, and Ralph didn't like that, and so he kind of like pecked at one, and it messed you up, and you just dropped all of them, and he just looks back and he's like, "Who?"
We'll get there, Ralph. We'll get there.
Oh, I have a good idea. We've done this before.
Right?
Henrik, you could shoot the bow at me, and I could try to catch it again.
Oh yeah, archery, like an archery thing.
Yeah, that's a good trick.
Light it on fire.
You myth
Guys.
that we impale one of the kids. I mean,
Hold on.
Oh
Guys,
yeah,
we're trying to ruin this party, right?
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
talking about all the stuff that we can do well.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
you
should do
need to
things
know what-
poorly.
Well, no, well, so what I'm thinking is there are some secrets in this place, right? There's got to be secrets in this house. We got to
Mhm.
find out secrets.
Are we talking about ruining a party in front of the party host?
He's walking around. I'm just.
He's out of earshot.
Yeah.
The only thing worse
Went upstairs.
if we're bad too early, they're just gonna kick us out. You know, we got
Yeah.
to
Oh,
first.
oh, I
Earn
could.
their trust.
You know, like fire breathers in the circus.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
do that, but light some one
Oh.
or thing on fire.
Roy, what if you gave him a haircut? With
A haircut
Yeah,
with the fire?
by accident.
Ooh, I don't know. I might just accidentally light him completely on fire.
Maybe Heinrich then, maybe his juggling skills, he looks at the thing that he juggled that's on the ground. Maybe if he was using knives to juggle, he could do that.
Oh yeah.
As you guys are having this quick conversation, the butler kind of walks over and he goes, so sorry, my lords. Are you the help this evening? If somebody could just help me out in the kitchen real quick, I would just greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to bring out some hors d'oeuvres over to the table.
Yes.
If-
I could do that.
Oh,
The clown.
Thank you so much. And he leads you over into the kitchen area over here, and he's like, "If you could just grab that plate of food and bring it over to the dining room table."
Oh, this one?
Yes,
Oh,
that
sure.
one right there. Yes.
Oh, sure. You got it. I take a quick look around to see if there's anything worth snatching / sabotaging / etc.
Make a perception check.
Who's gonna take the gold?
I'll get up there.
Oh, I mean,
Zazzle probably could.
Um,
He could disguise himself as anybody, including the Earl.
I have an idea.
So, hold on. So
looking
looking
at all this,
around, looking around the room real quick, you see a bunch of like normal spices that you would see around the place. The hors d'oeuvres that he's made, it looks like it's like a bacon wrapped fig,
Ooh.
and a couple of other like small meat dishes. You kind of take a quick glance at the spices, and it's all very, I want to say bland stuff. It's like salt, pepper, garlic, and that's it. And can you make an insight check for me too? With that,
Have we exceeded our time period for bardic inspiration?
Definitely. It's.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
only lasts for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, with a 9, that's all you get. It looks like very bland spices.
Okay.
But with the 25, and I've given you a lot of information there. I think you can kind of figure something out there.
Yeah. So did the guy that escort me already exit the room?
He is. Yes, he's like, if you could just bring it over to the dining room table, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Thank you for your help.
We are going to very quickly extremely salt the meat, and we're going to pour garlic all over the figs.
I have such a good idea for when Azazel is aware of this. If he ever becomes aware of it, I should say.
So I bring the tray back out. I drop it off, and I lean over to Roy real quick, and I tell him, given your current state, don't touch the figs.
Good to know. And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, smelling the garlic.
Yeah, you're getting that like tickle in the back of your throat.
Oh God, is it on me?
And
All right,
The bile is rising.
No, for Roy it is.
Oh, good
Smell
looking
good,
out.
right?
All right. Anything else?
Where are the stairs? Excuse me. Like the
Stairs are-
stairs up.
Bottom left, right here.
Okay.
But the Earl had gone upstairs.
Yep.
So it's just Pompous and the butler kind of walking around right now. Pompous
Pomp.
is sitting in the chair just reading. He kind of like
Well,
glances up at you guys from time to time, but
This is a birthday party. Is there not a cake?
You did not see one in the kitchen.
What's your
But
name?
then-
Bu-
Oh, are you talking to me?
yeah, what's your name, Butler?
Oh, the butler. I thought you.
Talking to the kid.
No,
He's like, I am Sir Reginald, actually.
Reginald. You make the food
Reg.
here?
I do. I clean. I make the food. I sometimes, or mostly 90% of the time, I sleep here. It's a all day job.
You look pretty well worn, Reginald. I hope they haven't been working you too hard. Where's the cake for the party?
The cake, there. I believe that Sir Iman actually brings the cake, and Iman kind of looks over and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's me. I have the cake in my pouch right here. It's not much. It's a little small cake, but you know, it'll do. You know."
Now, Reginald, do you like working here, Reginald?
And you can see, like, before he answers, he's kind of sunken in a little bit. He's an older gentleman, kind of frail, kind of the white hair coming down to his ears and sunken in a little bit. But he's like, I must say, I do appreciate the job that the Earl has given me, and I do get paid quite nicely. But it takes its toll some days, that's for sure.
Well, you know, it seems like you do a good job, so maybe they should be paying you another bit of a toll, right?
I do wish that for my grandkids, but I'm all right. I do well.
Is it annoying to see like all this? I bet they have more wealth upstairs, right? They probably got like jade vases and arts and stuff, right?
Make a persuasion check.
It's,
Nice.
Nicely done. He goes, oh, of course, the Earl usually brings in some gifts from other high-ranking people from around here. They usually trade off things that they've found or were gifted. So the Earl does well.
who do you think has more trinkets, the Earl or his son? I just between you and me, he looks a little spoiled.
I mean, he's not the way that I would raise a son, but he's all right. But when he's older, he'll grab his father's fortune and do whatever he wants with it.
They got like a giant, one of those new giant saves or something? Or they hide it under the mattress like us common folk. Or the bed frame, actually, the slab. Hide it under the slab, yeah.
He's got something up there. I'm actually not allowed into the master's bedroom, but I'm sure that he's got something up there. Just in case you were wondering.
Oh, okay, the master's bed. Now, the master or the little master?
The Earl.
Ah, I see. Okay, okay.
Well, just make a regular charisma check for me now.
Blurp. This one.
The old -1.
All right, we gotta go after the Earl. Earl's room. That's where we gotta go.
So I will say, as you were having this conversation with the butler, all of the questions about like the wealth and safe and stuff kind of got him like looked you up and down real quick. And he walked away.
There he goes.
But you know what? I'm gonna keep a tally of suspicious activity, and that was a suspicious activity.
sus1.
Yep.
Stop being so obvious, God.
I mean, I can go melt his brain if we care about that. I don't really care about that. You
So
forgot
where-
who you are?
Where's the non-party members currently? Is that their current locations?
Oh, you can see them?
Can we?
I
Can they
can
see us?
see the Earl and
Is it
his
Earl,
son.
little Earl?
Oh, okay.
Can they see us? Are they paying attention, or are they just?
So hold on. The Earl went upstairs, so
Okay.
he's not here anymore. I just haven't taken him out. But he's sitting in a chair, like reading something.
Okay.
But every once in a while, he's like glancing up at you guys, just seeing what you're doing, and then goes back to reading.
Hey, Hey, Azazel, can you go talk to the kid and see what kind of tricks he might like real quick? Maybe distract him a little bit.
Yes. I actually wanted to talk to you about something really quick. And I think you're the guy that might be able to pull off something that I've been thinking about.
Is it a heist? I do a lot of heists.
No,
Oh.
but it's something even more devious than a heist. I pull out the the love filter that I still have,
Yes.
and I just say, I'm going to perform for the entire crowd, and I need to make sure that when I'm doing the finale, when this kid is looking at me, I need to make sure that he has this in his body somehow, or in his drink at the very least. I need to make sure that he's looking at me and this is in his body. Do you think that you could somehow do this for me?
You want me to put something in somebody's body at a very specific point in time?
Yeah, now that you say it, it's a little bit harder
Slip
to,
him a
to
Mickey.
pull off.
Well, no, I think if we just put it in the cake and we have him eat the cake right before the finale, I think you'll do just fine.
Okay.
Or Zazel, you could call for a toast.
That too.
That's you know what, that's what it should be. But it still needs to get in his cup. And if I'm performing, I'm not going to be able to get it into his cup right before I do the toast. So I need to make sure, we have to figure out a way. I know. I'm gonna say something about the young sire bedwetter is going to have to wed better. And then I'm going to propose a toast very shortly after I say that. So right as soon as I say that, you have to make sure that this gets in his cup. Can you do that?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, if Iman's preparing the cake, why, who's to say that we're not preparing some special booze, birthday booze?
The 18-year-olds.
You
Yeah.
have to understand, this has to be, if he takes a sip of this, I have to be the number one thing that he looks at immediately after he sips it. This can't be a drink that he's drinking throughout the party. This has to be slip, sip, look.
Well, it'll be a toast, so we can pass out.
Like roofing a kid on his birthday.
Yes, it's fine. We can pass out the glasses,
This is ridiculous.
and then you
I
can
love
leave
it.
the toast.
Okay.
So we don't have to physically slip something into a cup while this is ongoing. We can just pass out the glass.
Okay, that's a great idea.
If
Okay, we'll go with that maybe.
All right.
Then I'll go over to him and ask him about the tricks.
if we
What,
do
what was
the,
that, Roy?
I was gonna say if we do the archery bit, that's a really good way to get people outside and away from the stairwell.
I can set up a stand too, Roy. I have like a fortune teller thing in my head.
All right.
But we can't let him go sit on the couch. We don't know if he's a recluse. Somebody should go talk to him.
That's Hazel.
I'll go talk to him right now about the tricks that he wants to to see.
So, as that gets ongoing, I'm just gonna lean over and pick up the things that I happened to drop while I was juggling.
Yep.
And while we're down there, we're gonna loosen the legs on a couple of chairs.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll set a pick in front of you.
Just roll a dexterity
So-
check for me.
You could hide behind me if you want.
Saving throw or just a check?
No, just a dexterity check. It's gonna be +5 to your roll. Okay. You have successfully loosened up some of the legs, and we'll see where that
Fantastic.
goes later on.
Fantastic.
Azazel, you look over to Pompous, and he's reading something, and he looks up and he sees you walking over, and he closes the book, and he goes, yeah, what's up?
Hi, I'm Jacques. Nice to meet you. Thank you again for your dad's hospitality and for having your birthday. I'm sure you're probably over the moon about it. No?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm just a year closer to, death, I guess, but whatever. I have dark humor. Don't worry about me. Should be cool.
That's good to hear. My friends and I are gonna maybe do some song and dance. And one of the performers over there was curious as to if there were any tricks or fun illusions that you would like to see specifically.
Well, let's see. He sees the lyre that you have on the back. It's like, you play?
Oh, yeah, it's just it's kind of what I'm here for. I'm sort of the musician of the crowd.
Yeah, that'll work. Let's think. You know what? If you could... This is a little awkward. Can you sit down for a second?
Sure. And I sit down. No, I go next to him and I sit next to him.
He kind of like scoots away from you for a second, but he's still talking. He's like, this is whatever. I'm never gonna see you again. Whatever, it's fine. How do I talk to girls?
Oh, well, that's. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think you have to just be just be yourself. And I think one of the big things that I used to get hung up on was I didn't look at women as, just people that you kind of talk to. And if this makes it any better, man, they're all going to be vying for your attention. So,
That's true. I am sort of a hot commodity, aren't I?
yeah, you are the top dog
Oh,
at this event.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I'm, like, full of myself, and I don't want to be full of myself. But at the same time, I'm like, God, I'm fucking great, you know?
Yeah, believe me, I have the same issue all the time. You know, is there somebody that you're specifically looking forward to seeing at, the party? Or is this just in general?
I think my dad is hoping that I find somebody that he can mooch off of, and I don't know, I don't necessarily have to find somebody here, but it'd be nice to, you know?
Yeah.
Then
I
again,
mean-
like, whatever. I mean, it's just a party, right? I don't care what happens here.
Exactly. I think you should just relax and have fun with it. I think, if anything, this is a chance for you to just kind of explore yourself as a young adult. Kind of come into yourself. You say that you're sort of full of yourself, but I'm hearing that there's a little bit of self-doubt. And you know what? I think you need to lean into the the fact that you are the hot commodity of the party.
Yeah. I'm a full-blown piece of shit, aren't I?
Hey, listen, you're talking to the biggest one in this room right now.
Reginald, get me another drink, please. Reginald's like, you're too young to drink, sir. And he's just like, on my birthday? And Reginald's like, and he kind of goes back into the kitchen.
Now that's
goes-
what I'm saying. You are the hottest commodity.
He's like, yeah, might as well drink. That's fine.
Gonna get this
Alright,
kid
let's-
doing like keg stands and stuff by the end of this. Total frat. Old
Now
school.
You get the sense, Azazel, that like he's learned a lot from his dad, but he's trying not to be his dad, but every once in a while it comes through.
Yeah. Listen, buddy. I just want you to know something. Like, it is your birthday, and I think that you should have a fun time. But don't get too tanked, because I got something special that I want to do at the very end that I think you'll appreciate. And I want to make sure that you are paying attention and attentive. I hope that everybody is paying attention, because, man, we're going to make this day the biggest day of your life up until this point. And I slap him on the back and I say, all right, I have to get planning.
All right,
And,
I'm gonna go get ready.
Sounds good.
Go
And
upstairs.
I walk back to the boys and I'm like, yeah, there's both of these guys are kind of jerks, but he's an all right guy. Also, I didn't learn about whatever tricks he wanted to see.
It's
Sorry,
like
let's
started
just get
talking,
this
how do I
kid
talk to
wasted.
girls?
Kid won't care.
All right.
Yeah, get him fucked.
So let's end it here. Any other conversations that you guys want, you can always go into the group chat, and then next time we will
Yeah, we'll
ruin
act
this
on
kid's
it.
birthday party. Yep.
All
I'm
right.
very excited for this.
It's gonna be nutty.
Did not think we were going to be ruining a kid's birthday.
This is
Burn
the
this
nice-
house to the ground.
Like he juxtaposition for like, oh, giant prison is going to crush an entire town. We're gonna ruin a birthday party, you know, like.
I felt like everybody needed it, you know?
Yep.
I'm excited for this.
Just to see what everybody does. I'm excited.
I do think that maybe we have to like solidify our snatching the goods a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you got a week to do it, so.
We can do shifts, control the area. Really, we just need to keep the 2 royals down here. So as long as we have 2 things going on the whole time, we'll have freedom to have the other few going upstairs.
Yeah.
Think about it like that.
Mm-hmm. And there is a map of the 2nd floor. You guys just have not been there yet.
Okay.
So you are aware.
Like,
Alright. I am tired. I have to get up at 5 in the morning tomorrow.
Woof.
thanks for the game.
Thanks for you.
Yeah.
Wait, next Wednesday or next Thursday? Let's do it now. Let's talk about it.
Either works for me at the moment.
Can you do Thursday? Or February?
I cannot do Thursday. I could do Wednesday. That's
Wednesday works.
yeah, that's the only.
Wednesday.
I can get home at 8:30. On Wednesday.
That works.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Alright.
It's the 16th. Awesome.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Thanks,
See
gang.
you later.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, gang.
Thanks, everybody.
11:35, so it's there.
Bye.
Yeah.
Cap-
Good night.
Catch you on the flip side.
Okay. Is your tagline on Discord, is it meant to be Pokemon violent?
It
Or
is, yeah. It's on purpose. Yeah.
Wow. I was wondering.
Yeah, that's planned.
Alright.
Didn't typo there.
Alright. We'll see you next week, gents.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, that was a good time. I can't wait. Next week we're gonna ruin this kid's birthday. That's gonna be good. But for now we're gonna read Justine, so let's do that.